Fellas, I've been grinding to scoop up this free 99 overall player, and in today's video, we're finally going to be doing so, as well as showcasing how you watching this video can do the exact same thing in the quickest way possible. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 23 video. Hope you watching this are having a wonderful start to your day. I appreciate you a ton for the support on the videos, and without further ado, let's get started. Now, the card we're going to be picking up for free is John Madden, but John Madden at the defensive tackle spot. As you guys can see right here, when we filter it on over in our binder by the type defensive tackle, we've got this John Madden who's upgradable to a gold 99. And the way this card works is very simple. The player is going to start right here as a 91 overall, and you're going to get upgrade tokens to boost him all the way from a 91 to a 99. And boys, as you guys can see, I've got the final two tokens right here that are getting this card from a 97 to a gold 99. This card is free. Let's talk about how you can do it, as well as how you can do it quick, because I think a lot of people probably know about this card but might not know the quickest tactic to get him to a 99. Oh yeah, and really quickly, these are the stats on the player. He's got 94 speed, 96 acceleration, good block shed, good power move, good finesse move. In terms of the abilities this guy's gonna get, he's gonna be getting El Toro for 1, Edge Threat Elite for 1, which is interesting, Defensive Rally for 1, and I believe he gets inside stuff for 0, so that's really actually quite awesome. So yeah, this card really is a must-have player, but now let's talk about how we can get him on the team. But first, this video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. If you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, maybe you're living under a rock, maybe this is your first time watching my channel, but if you're in either situation, let me explain it to you. Underdog Fantasy is a place where you can make higher or lower player picks like the one you see on the screen right here. And the app is super simple to use. If you make 3 picks and get them correct, you're gonna 6x your money. If you make 4 picks and get them all correct, you're gonna 10x your money. And if you want to check it out, I will leave the link to Underdog down below in the description. Oh yeah, and by the way, after you download the app, which is just called Underdog Fantasy, use the promo code SWIFT, that's SWIFT, to get some free cash on the app. If you want it, you gotta use my promo code, boys. Now, getting back on track, let's talk about the John Madden, fellas, and the way we're going to be upgrading this player. Now, first of all, every single person is going to get this base 91 overall John Madden for free. If you don't have the card, go to your unopened packs, open up all your unopened packs, because I believe it's in the Team of the Year welcome pack that you get this card. Then once we have the card, we got to start picking up his upgrade tokens, because fellas, if you guys remember, the way we get this card from that 91 to the 99 is by getting upgrade tokens, and these are the missions you got to complete to get upgrade tokens for John Madden. Now, all the missions are going to be fairly intuitive. There's rushing for 5,000 yards as well as 10,000 yards. With John Madden, you get 1 token for 5,000, you get another token when you get up to 10k. Then there's scoring 100 and 250 touchdowns, getting 20 and 40 sacks, as well as getting 200 and 400 team tackles. So yeah, although that sounds like a lot of different missions, there's really only 4 things you got to do. If you rush for 10,000 yards, score 250 touchdowns, get 40 sacks, as well as 400 tackles, well, then you're going to be completing the entire objective list, and you're going to get the card all the way from the 91 to the 99. But let's talk about how we can do this stuff in the quickest way possible. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to track your progress on these missions, a lot of people probably don't know this, but go to your missions tab, scroll to Team of the Year right here, and you'll see the John Madden upgrade objective. So for me personally, I've already got these completed, but if you guys click on over here, it's going to show you how much progress you've got on them. So if you have like 100 out of 250 touchdowns, it'll show you that, and you can kind of keep track of your progress by going to this tab. So very important, you guys know that. And important thing number 2, just make sure you have John Madden in your lineup. Put him in as like your backup DT, your 3rd string or 4th string defensive tackle, because again, to get progress on this stuff, you got to put him in your lineup. As you can see, you got to score 100 touchdowns with the card in your lineup. Okay, so now that the housekeeping is out of the way, let's go over how I was able to get this stuff done quickly. Now, I would say 2 of the 4 missions are easy. You don't have to worry about them. Now, the 2 that I'm going to assume most people watching this video have a fair bit of progress on is getting 40 sacks as well as 400 tackles. For those 2 missions, I didn't have to do anything. I played the game as I regularly would. Solo challenges, sure. Playing online, sure. Solo battles, whatever it may be. I was kind of just playing the game regularly and ended up completing all those missions relatively simply. Then the 2 missions that I actually had to grind for were scoring 250 touchdowns with John Madden in the lineup, as well as rushing for 10,000 yards. Literally yesterday, I was at 2,000 rushing yards. I was like, you know what? I'm going to grind through this. I'm going to get this card done and document it for a video. So let me showcase what I did to not only score my touchdowns, but also get my rushing yards. Now, this is going to sound really tedious, but I simply went to my solos, went to the Team of the Week solos, and played through the Chad Johnson solo challenge over and over again. Now, I know this sounds horrible, but it really didn't take me that long. Again, I went to Team of the Week. In the week 2 standouts, there's this Chad Johnson solo. Big shout out to Xerxes for putting me on this one. When I was at his house, he was like, Swifty, you gotta play this solo challenge when you get back home. So that's exactly what I did. Now, the reason why this solo is so good is because it starts you on the 5-yard line. That's gonna mean every single time you run the ball and you score your touchdowns, you get 95 yards as well as the TUD. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mudpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account. And of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. So yeah, all we're gonna do is we're gonna hop in this solo. I personally really like to run stretch, but it's not really gonna matter. You're playing against, I believe it is like a 76 overall team. There are some scrubs on the field right here, and assuming you've got a running back that's at least half decent, you should be able to run by basically everyone. Leighton Vander Esch, no, Quadfather says get off me right there. We're gonna stiff arm Trayvon Diggs into the abyss, and yeah, this again is on arcade mode, so even if you don't have Quadfather, you're chilling. You should be breaking every single tackle. But let's get into some numbers right here and math this out. How long is this really gonna take? Now let's say, for example, you need like 8,000 more rushing yards. That's actually the exact situation I was in right here, as we're just gonna replay this solo in the background. This is all you really do when you're grinding for your touchdowns, when you're grinding for your yards. Replay this solo over and over again. I'll show you what you can do if you just need touchdowns and don't need yards. It's actually going to be a different challenge because we don't want to run that far every single time. But yeah, let's get into the numbers like I was saying. Okay, so say we needed like 8,000 more rushing yards. What we're going to do is we're going to divide 8,000 by 95, as I got to just click X right here and run for this touchdown. We'll divide 8,000 by 95 because again, we get 95 yards per solo. That would mean we'd have to do this challenge 84 times to get 8,000 rushing yards. That's basically all the rushing yards you would need. I know 84 sounds like a lot, but let's say this is taking you about 20 seconds per solo challenge. And if this takes you maybe like 20 seconds per solo or like 25 seconds per solo, we'll do 25 multiplied by 84 because again, 25 seconds, we got to do 25 seconds 84 times over. We'll divide it by 60 so we can get that in a minutes number. That would be 35 minutes of grinding. That's not really that long. 35 minutes to knock out 8,000 rushing yards. If that's all you got to do, I would say it's worth it for the gold 99 overall player. Now next up, let's talk about touchdowns because again, we're probably not going to be playing this solo if we want touchdowns. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to find something close to the end zone because we don't want to spend all this time running the football when we just need touchdowns. Now in terms of touchdown grinding right here, I would say the easiest one is probably going to be in Start Your Ultimate Team. If you go to this tab, which is something that everyone will have played through, and you go to the bottom challenge called Reaching Pay Dirt right here, this one starts you on the 20-yard line against a horrible team. It's a 70 overall. All you're going to do is call a play like verticals out of gun empty, and you're just going to throw it to really anyone. It's on arcade mode. They'll run by everyone basically instantly. I'm going to go to formation. I'm going to go on over to gun empty, and I'm just going to run verticals, replay this over and over again. R1 is going to get open every single time. We'll just throw the ball to him, we'll catch it, and then we'll replay the solo, and just like that, we get a touchdown in about 5 to 10 seconds. If you need your touchdowns, you can replay this solo over and over. It's going to be the quickest way to get your touchdown. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to check out a video where I showcase some pretty actually interesting methods in the Ring of Honor promo, click this video you see on the screen, and I'm out. Have a wonderful day. Appreciate y'all a ton for the love. Peace.